Meanwhile, the House of Representatives and the National Bureau of Statistics have pledged support for Liberia's parliament towards strengthening the legal framework for data collection in the West African nation. This was when the House Committee on National Planning and Economic Development played host to lawmakers from Liberia who were in the country to understudy Nigeria's performance in the collection, analysis, and compilation of reliable data for economic growth. The Nigerian lawmakers, as well as the Statistician General of the Federation, availed the Liberian delegation of strategies, including legal framework for achieving data sovereignty in Nigeria.
More often than not, it's not about the laws that we have. It's about how these laws are implemented. Africa is home to 20% of the world population and home to 20% of the land mass of the world, but 3% to the wealth of the world. And like they said, 19 out of 20 poorest nations in the world are in Africa. And that is not because we don't have the resources, human and capital. It's all about all of us, you and I.
With a gross domestic product of over 420 billion, plus our foreign reserve of 42 billion US dollars, I can confidently tell you that we have the books and the knowledge to share with you in order for you to ramp up your own data in Liberia. So once again, you are welcome.
When we go to African forums, Nigeria plays a formidable role. So today we thank you very much, and we are privileged to be at the parliament.
They have come to understand and learn from us how we are able to do this. Not just the two big activities, they also came to see how do we produce our GDP on quarterly basis for many years without stopping. They have a little challenge in doing this regularly because they find it difficult to get data from other ministries, departments, and agencies of government. And they have looked at our law to see how the law that established the National Bureau of Statistics gave us strength, gave us the ability, the backing to be able to get data from different sources.
With all of the governance issues we've learned, and we think that is also good for us, and we're going to adapt some. We've also looked at the funding aspects of the NBS, and there's a major lesson that we learned that we think we're going to incorporate into our laws.
On the commodity market, oil prices dropped this Friday as worries over fuel demand outweighed expectations that the year's first interest rate cut by the U.S. Federal Reserve would trigger more consumption. Brent crude futures were down 41 cents at $67.30 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate futures lost 54 cents to $63.30. Both benchmarks were still on track for a second consecutive weekly gain. We now move to the global commodities market for a look at prices of other commodities.